Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. So I did a video for this Scrumptious sweet cart, but for some reason I couldn't upload it, so I have cut out all the pieces again and I'm going to give it another go. So hopefully it will work properly this time. So I'm going to make the Scrumptious sweet cart today. This is the showcase. I believe it was from either December or January. And what I've done is I've cut all the panels out and I've done all the decoration. So all I need to do now is basically construct it and put everything together. So without further ado, let's get started. I'll show you some of the elements that I've used as well in this die set. So if you did want to create something like mine, then I can sort of point out what I've used. So today I am using 250 GSM. This is called Laid Card. It's basically very similar to Craft Perfect, but it's got like a textured side, like a weave texture on one side and plain on the other. So this is the main body of the die. So it is this section here, and it cuts out in one piece, so it's brilliant. And I'm going to do a side opening like at one of the ends rather than at the top here. So all I need to do is score, burnish all my score lines. I really like the quality of this card as well. It's actually really nice. I'll be using pearlescent card in blushing pink, and I'll be using majestic gold, as well as this ivory card. So I'm just folding all my score lines. And what you will need to do is, in the instructions it says you need to cut out 2 of these, but what I've done to save my cardstock, I've placed 2 pieces of card to cut out the smaller section. So basically this section here. When it comes to putting the wheel on, it's basically so you can cover up your workings. So let's get all these score lines folded. Just going to burnish them. There we go. So then I'm just going to apply some glue onto this glue tab here, and I'm using Nouveau Deluxe. It's the best glue on the market. Just make sure when you are gluing that you don't get any glue on these corners here, because we're going to be poking through those when we put our posts through. So that section is done. All my folds are in the correct place. So when you look at it, this will be the top, and this is where, oh, hold on, that's not, sorry, I'm just going to take this off quickly because I can see. That's okay. Right. No, I'm not happy with that. Let me just try and take that off. Right. Let's do that again. Just remember as well with Nuvo, it is quick grab, and it will, it does have some wiggle room. There we go, that's better. It does have some wiggle room, so if you're quick, it should be okay. So like I said, so that is the top part of it. So we are going to push these in on this side, because this is where we're going to put our posts through. So on this side, we're going to have it going through right down to the bottom, and on this side, we're just going to have it at the top because we'll have a wheel at the bottom. So for the wheel, I've used 5 wheels in total to build one wheel. I think in the instructions it says about using 5, dependent on the cardstock that you're using. So obviously where I'm using 250 GSM, it's quite a sturdy card. Okay, so that's done. So what we are going to do, so I've already done the posts. I've done 2 long ones and 1 short one. So there are markings on this card that you need to follow, because you need 2 short and 2 long. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's some markings on here. So I'm just going to cut along this. You can use a trimmer if you like for that, or if you can cut straight, then that's fine. So I'm just folding all the score lines, so I can then create my posts or legs, whichever way. I mean, I would call it post, but so all I'm doing is applying some glue along one of the edges, and then basically folding it in on itself. You can use a precision glider as it helps adhere the glue. So then you should have something that looks like this, and that's what creates your post. So next thing is I'm going to put the shorter ones in first. So what I need to do is apply some glue on this end. We're going to leave these 2 as they are. We don't need to poke through those ones. So I'm going to apply some glue on here. And on here. And then just feed the pole through. And just make sure it's level. Might be a good time to push out your tabs, because what I will do is apply some glue on the tab to help adhere it. So once you've got this lined up, and your tab is stuck down, then you can stick your tab down just on the inside there. So that's the first one. And then the second one, we've already got some glue in there, so it's just a case of pushing it through and applying glue to the tab. Even if you get some glue on this, it doesn't really matter because it's going to get covered up anyway. So you just need to make sure it's buttoned up right to the bottom, and then push your glue tabs down. And once you've done the glue tab, you can then push it in from the inside where you've applied the glue. And then that's your two short ones done. And then we're just going to do the same with the long ones, but with the long ones, what you need to look out for is there are some markings on here, if I can find it. It's not very easy to see when you're using laid card. Let's look at this one. I can't see it. Anyway, I've obviously kept this piece. So what I'm going to do is feed it through. So we just need to make sure. Oh, is that the right side? Oh, I didn't do this side, look. So we just need to make sure we poke that one through. And then do the same on this side. Right, so we are going to now feed this one through. Sorry about that. I needed to let my cat out. So, right, so what we are going to do is feed this through. Oh. Just make sure it's level. There we go. And then apply the glue. And then just press down. And then you can actually put some glue on these little tabs to help secure it. So then we'll do the next one. I'll just put the glue on these before so I don't have to do it after. So again, just feeding it through, and it comes out the other end. There we go. And then I am going to put some glue in there to level it out. And stick your tab down. Just needs to make sure it's down. So there we go. So that's all done. So the next bit that we're going to work on, so this bit is done. The next bit we're going to work on is, if we get the door on first, the section that opens. So what I've done is I've already glued on the little ticket type lock, if you like, where you feed your ribbon through. So I've used it in Harvest Gold. I've then cut another piece out and I've just trimmed away the side, so because I wanted it to have the gold. So what I've done is, because it's mirror card, I've just put a bit of red liner tape on the back of here, and then the rest I'll just glue down. So all I'm doing is placing it on top, because this is going to be the section that opens. So I'm just going to stick that down. There we go. So that's now adhered. And then all we're going to do is where the tabs are, and it's just making sure that you glue it up from the right direction, is basically I'm just going to stick this down on here. So I'm just going to apply glue to all these tabs. And then just add this on. It's difficult because this section, because of the handles, you can't then put it down on that side. So you just have to work just need to work around it. Pushing it down. And that is done. So then this will open and close. You can use ribbon, you can put a little skewer through it if you wanted, or a toothpick or something which might be the same size. So have a look and see what you have in your stash, and then use whatever you feel will be suitable. So that's done. What I want to do next is, so I've used 4 plain ivory card, and then I've used 1 harvest gold, so 5 in total for the wheels. And then for these sections you need 3 of each, dependent on your weight of the card. So basically what I'm going to do is, make sure that's stuck down properly. So what we are going to do is glue these on, and then we're going to use these sections to cover up your workings. So let's apply some glue onto here. And there are 2, if you can see, indentation marks on either side. So basically all you have to do is just make sure that you level it out on your box, like so. Stick it down. Let's do the other side while that side dries. So again, just applying some glue, and then all I am doing is just leveling it up against those markers, and then just pressing down. So then this is where you need your I'll put the wheels on last actually. So this is where you need your additional pieces, so you can cover up your workings. So I am going to use, I'm just going to apply some glue onto here. And this handle section is really important as well, to give it a bit more, to make it a bit more sturdy. Don't know what happened there. So I'm just buttoning it up against the sides, making sure that's all level, pressing it down. Just going to do the other side. So then that is done. So then what we are going to do is, so like I said, I've already decorated my sides and things. So all I've done is backed some blushing pink, some ivory card onto the Harvest Gold, which I am going to now just stick on. I have to say, this is, although there is a lot of cutting, it's actually quite an easy, simple box to put together. And I'm putting my sides on first before I put the wheels on, just so it doesn't interfere. Because it's harder, I think it's harder to put the wheels on. I mean, I have made one already, so I know it's harder to put the wheels on. If you haven't put your sides on and you decide to do it after. So on this I've used some sequins, and I'm just leveling it up and then just pressing down. So that's my sides done. So I've used the Sweet Sentiment die, which is in your set. It's basically this one. So it has a couple of backing layers that you can use to obviously add some dimension to your sentiment. And all I've done is, again, just use some pearlescent card, the Harvest Gold, and some ivory card, and I've just kind of scattered some sequins. And this is going to sit in, this is going to sit in the middle. So it's going to go this, no, that's my front. So it is going to sit here. Like so. So that's all decorated and done. We're just going to add our wheels on. So I'm using some pink brads, and you have these indentation marks here, so you can line everything up. So I'm just going to feed that through. There we go. I'll just open up the brads. I'm going to try and keep it a little bit loose so it doesn't bow in. And it turns. Yes, it does. Okay, so that's one, and then I'm going to just do the other one on the other side, and again just feeding it through. There we go. So that's majority of it done. So now we're just going to work on the roof section. So if I put this to one side, so for the roof I have used, oh actually hang on, I've used, I haven't done the side for this, bear with me, bear with, I forgot to do the side. So again, all we are doing for here is just adding some glue onto these glue tabs, and then just placing this piece on. And then press it down. And then I'm just going to, so I've basically, again, Harvest Gold Blushing Pink, and then I've cut out the debossed sentiment that says, have the sweetest birthday. So you don't actually have a die that cuts out a smaller, the pink that I've cut, I've just trimmed around the edges basically, just so I can matte and layer it. And then I'm just going to place this on here. Before I place that on there, let's add these bits on. So I've cut these out, and the reason why I need to stick these on is because it needs to be flush with that. So let's get some glue on here and on there. I should have done that first really, but oh well. So you just basically butt it up against there. Just make sure it's level. And then we're going to basically cover our workings again. So So again, I'm just going to do the same, just folding it in. So you get 2 of these, 1 for each side. And it also reinforces your handle as well. Gives it a bit more stability. There we go. So that's done. Right, let's move on to the roof. And the roof is actually really simple to put together. So what I've done, again, I've cut out the panels. I'll just quickly show you the panel. So this is the section that cuts out the main section of the roof, and then you can use these 2 to matte and layer. One is a verso die, and then you've got your layering die as well, which you need to use to be able to obviously get this effect. So what we are going to do is fold these score lines, and I'm going to just burnish. Burnish everything now to make my life a little bit easier. So then all we need to do is apply glue onto these smaller sections here on both. Because all we're going to do is intertwine them. Oh, excuse me. And just butt it up against that line. Make sure it's even. And then press down. And that basically creates your roof. So then you have these, which is the side of the roof. Again, you just need to fold those 4 lines and then give it a good burnish. I'm not folding the bottom section in yet, because we're going to have that falls like it's better. Right. Okay, so all we are going to do is apply glue onto these sections here. And then we are going to adhere it. I think the best way to do this is just make sure that your V section of this roof butts up well. I've got so much glue on my fingers, apologies. And press that down. And then the same on this side. And then basically what you're going to do is apply glue onto these tabs here. And then just glue that in. Oh, do you know what that was? That was the lid for the glue. Right, so I'm just going to press those tabs in. And then we're going to do exactly the same thing on this side. So again, apply some glue. Get it into the V part of the roof. Do the same on this side. Add a bit of glue to your tabs. Push that in. So then before I start adding the decoration, what I want to do is attach this what just happened to my leg? So what we need to do, for some reason, okay, so what we need to do is put some glue onto here, the outside edges basically. And then we are going to put the roof on. So I'm just going to push that one in and push those ones in. And it's just a case of giving it a good squeeze and pushing it up against those corners. Be kind to your glue. So that's done. So then what we are going to do is I've put some foam pads on the roof, just foam tape really. I think it's about, I would say probably about 5mm each. Just apply a couple of dots of glue. And then we are going to attach this onto the roof, like so, and then do the other side. There we go. So that's done. And then we are going to, for some reason, this leg, I may have to doctor this a little bit. Right, so then I'm just going to put the sides of the roof on. So again, you've got these dies in your die set. So it's a verso die as well as a backing die. And it's just literally a case of matting and layering that. So I'm going to stick that on to here. Just eyeballing it. That's one side. I'm just going to do the other side. We used a lot of foam pads for this today. So do this side. This harvest gold is just so pretty, absolutely gorgeous, goes beautifully. So then that's done, and then I need to just stick this section on. Which I'm just going to stick on the inside here. Because there isn't actually a decorative panel for this side, so I've just cut out one of the panels again and just trimmed down another one just so that I could cover this section up. Right, that's glued down, so that's done. And then we just need to attach our decoration. So again, you have two sections for the roof where you can have the decoration. I've gone for the more ornate one. There is a scalloped edge one, which you get two for, the long and the short, whereas for this ornate one, you only get a long one. So what I've done is just cut down based on how long this is. I've just basically trimmed down. I may need to still trim a bit more. But we'll go with the flow. So I'm just going to attach these to the sides here. There we go. Just do this side. Just attach this here. And press that down. And then the side bits. So I've cut these out. And hopefully they do fit. Yes, they do. So I'm just going to add some glue. And then just glue these sections down. And then we just need to do the other side. So that is done. Got some bunting here. So what I'm going to do, because there's a lot of gold, I'm going to put this bunting at the back and then I'm making a mess. And then use the pink one. It's a bugger to stick down on mirror card. But we're going to cover that up anyway, so you won't really notice the glue. So do the same again on this side. And then I have some mulberry flowers. I have tons of these. So all I'm going to do is, that's going to be my front. So all I'm going to do is stick some on. I would recommend using a hot glue gun for this. Yeah, I would recommend using a hot glue gun because they may not stick with just Nuvo because of mirror card and stuff as well. So stick those on there. And then I've got these, it was just off the back of the flowers, but I'm just going to use it as leaves. Oh, says she. Just going to stick that in there like so. Then another piece here. And I'm going to stick that in there somewhere. So there's just a tiny bit of greenery showing through. Okay, so that completes the, oh, that's pushed in a little bit too much, I think. Oh, let's try and get this out. There we go. Obviously, once you've got ribbon on it, it won't you'll be able to hold it back with the ribbon. So that is my finished Scrumptious sweet cart. Perfect for a birthday, perfect for a wedding, perfect for a baby shower. It is, you know, I think it's endless what you can do with this die set, and I'm so glad I managed to get it. Unfortunately, this die set did sell out, I believe, within a couple of days. So when you do see a showcase, usually it's on the last Thursday of the month, I believe. I could be wrong because I know dates have changed quite a lot recently on a lot of the items. So do check out the Tonic website and have a look and see if there's anything you like. But showcases are normally at 4 o'clock, either on the last Thursday of the month or the second Thursday in. I can't confirm entirely. So when you do see one that you like, grab it straight away. Don't wait, because at the moment Tonic have so many amazing die sets and every single one seems to be a sellout. So thank you so much for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe. I am trying to grow my channel, and hopefully I will be back with another video. I'm not sure what I'm going to be making yet, but I'll have a rummage through, as I am now on annual leave for a couple of weeks. So I'll rummage through, see what I've got, and I will be back with another make. Thank you so much again. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.